sing. Come on. Praise and worship is about shifting the atmosphere for the suffering and giving those who have a cheerful heart an opportunity to set the atmosphere for those whose hearts are under stress. Can I say that one more time? Praise and worship is an opportunity for an exchange, a transition, a transaction to take place for those who are not currently suffering. Listen to my words. Currently. Because just because you ain't going through something right now don't mean you ain't never been through nothing. And should the Lord tarry and you see a couple risings and settings more of the sun, something else coming. So during those times when you feel up, you look around, and like Monica said, your feet work, you ate a little something, and you have a place to go, that's worth praising God about. That's worth praising God about. So since this is a congregational praise and worship church, man, all you got to do is just follow the words on the screen. You ain't got to really carry a tune in a bucket. We just turn the volume up and drown you out. Amen, lights. That's it. But sing. Sing unto the Lord your song. Praise thee the Lord. Make a joyful noise. Oh, I'm telling you, something shifts when you start singing the praises of Zion in your own. When you hear yourself, you feel so good in the shower. You do the bandros in the shower, right? And you feel good because it shifts something. If you're suffering, pray. If you're cheerful, sing. Verse 14, if anyone among you is sick. Now here's where we get a little deep. If anyone among you is sick, let him call on the elders of the church and let them pray over it, anointing with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayers of faith will save the one who is sick, and the Lord will raise him up. I want to stop right there. Yes, sir. The reason why the Lord had me start off by saying you have to set your own temperature, because what the enemy will allow you to do is to wallow in your sorrow. Amen. And miss your opportunity for your healing. Amen. Yes. Say this again. I don't mind flowing with God, interrupting the plan of service and doing whatever the moment requires for the people that are here. But let me just say this. The adjustment for healing in the house could be scheduled instead of an interruption. If we, when we're going through something, would come early, because we knew that healing was in the house. Come on. And allow the elders, those who are experienced in God, to lay their hands on us, we could deal with sickness before we started singing. We could do that in advance, where we could literally exchange the glory of God to fix stuff. But what happens is, we allow our situations or our lack of discipline just to allow us to stroll into service as if we didn't expect God to do anything. And the lack of faith in believing that God could do it when I came to the house is an indication that you're going to keep whatever you came with. Lord, can I say that one more again? See, if you're suffering, if you're sick, then come to the place where healing, where God said healing is, around the people who he will use in order to facilitate your healing. If you're not feeling well, get here early and tell somebody you know who got the Holy Ghost. And watch God do what only he can do, because healing's in his hands. He just happens to use us as conduits. But because of what we go through and the way that we think, we allow things just to get us so down, and then we just stumble in. And you might have a church experience, but you didn't have a kingdom one. You felt good in the moment, but you left here with what you came in with. Healing is in Jesus, whom the Son has set free. So if you are bound by anything, it ain't him. And if you would get with somebody, touch and agree that he's greater than,
Yes.
You won't leave with whatever you came in with.
Yeah.
So what am I saying? This little commercial break into the regular scheduled program is because there are a lot of sick people in the room. There are a lot of people who are suffering right here, right now. There are people who are wrestling with something, and you've been doing your best on your own. But I stopped by and I want to tell you that you can made it into the house, and there's some folks in here that got enough power to get it out. And I hate the devil. And God hates to see his kids suffer needlessly. And to see you dragging, to see the weight, to feel the pressure you're under, is an indictment on the atmosphere in which you can't be in the atmosphere of God and still leave the same way. And as the pastor of this house, I can at least acknowledge it and be willing to wrestle for you. But I can only do it to the degree that you have faith that it can be done. I can only do it to the word that you understand that that's not supposed to be on you like that. That if you're suffering, let's pray. And those who aren't suffering, y'all jokers need to be singing. But if there's sickness in here, there is the balm of Gilead that can fix it. This is not church as usual. You just come in and you just go out the same way. We're going to stop having reoccurrences with these needs.
Come on now.
We're going to stop it.
Come on now. Hallelujah.
Depression has got to go. Messed up mental processes has got to end. When you keep defaulting back to destructive ways, it's got to end. You put a stopgap in it. But if you never call it out, it keeps coming back. So I'm saying this because this technically should be the start of service.
Come on now.
So that when we get to singing, we're already healed, and now we can receive a new word about where we're going. I wish I had just a little bit of help. I don't mind taking a commercial break, but I just need us, if we're going to be maturing, I need us to know how this thing works. Come in here with whatever you got. I don't care. You ain't scared. You understand? But we do that first, so that the word of truth can hit fertile ground and not find weeds or hard soil, so that it can go into something and bring forth a new harvest. We're going to stop sowing wheat and tare together. So let me just make this declaration out loud so that there is no confusion. For all of my officers and all of my leaders, you are to be here early for the people. You will be here to receive whatever might walk through the door. Because I laid my hands on you, you got enough in you.
Yes, Lord.
Because it came down to lineage. If it's on me, it's on you. So you're here to receive whomever and whatever. Look at me. I'm ready. You understand? We need to be ready. But we're so distracted. We're so distracted that we can't. God is sending out a signal that this is a place where healing can happen. You ain't even got to open your mouth. God is sending a word in the spirit that something's happening in this place. But the people got to be ready. You got to believe it. We sitting here on the pike. God, I feel a change happening. You understand? But the people got to know it. The reason why I put that glass door there is so they'd see us. The reason why I like the blinds open is so they could see. Come and investigate. Check it out. But the people in here, now if you're scared, say you're scared, we'll put you to the back. It's okay. It's okay. It ain't for everybody, but you got to know that healing is yours.
Amen.
When you know that, you ain't scared to heal nobody else.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. That's right. Amen.
Are you still here with me?
Yes.
If there's any sick or suffering, pray. You understand? If you're going through, come.
Yeah.
If you're not going through at the moment, praise God. Because through your praise, it'll heal somebody else. Your testimony about the fact that God helped you through is all the person next to you needs. They just need is he still able?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Today, not when it was written. Is he still able today? And your praise is the evidence that he is yet able.
Hallelujah.
Then, when the sick come, let the elders do it. With heads bowed and eyes shut. God, I love you. God, I love you. Strength and power. You just can't seem to break free of it. Then just here, raise your hand right where you are, 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 right where you are. Father, right now, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we touch and agree that whatever this is, the weight, the pressure, the strain, the issues, you said that if you would come and allow the elders to touch. If it can remain and sustain itself in his presence with you, then yes. We can talk some other stuff. But if you can't stay with me, if you have no interest to be with me, that's not what this is. You understand? That's not what this is. It's something other than. And it's important for us to know.
Yes. Hallelujah. My God. Hallelujah. My God. Thank you, Father.
There's bread in the house.
Yes.
When you're hungry, come eat. Come eat. Stop. Stop wondering why you act the way you do when you have been on a self-prescribed fast. Okay, let me clean that one up. Some of us question where God is in the season. Sit down. I'm about to. Some of us question where God is. Why we can't hear. Why we can't seem to do what we know we should be able to do. And I declare and decree the reason why is because you're hungry. See, when you're fasting, you're not supposed to be as busy as you are when you're not fasting because you don't have the energy to do. So you need to kind of if you only eat once a week, you cannot be surprised that you don't have the power to perform at your optimal level for the things that God has assigned to your life. If the only meal you get is on Sunday, by Wednesday you are crazy.
Amen.
Because you are attracted to and attracted by all kinds of fast food, which is filled with preservatives. You have to stay on a consistent diet of the Word. You have to stay connected with those who are approved as chefs. Meals that you know are balanced. Because food is fuel. Food is your fuel. And I tell y'all all the time, I'm trying to work myself out of a job, but that's only if the Spirit can write on your heart. But you got to give him some room in order to do it. Or else you're going to find yourself attracted to or drawn away by flashing neon lights saying hot and ready. You ain't even want a donut. But you saw the sign flashing, and because you didn't eat that morning, and then you don't just order one, you get a dozen because they made it more economical to kill you. So we do drive-by sermons. Trying to figure out why we can't live what the text said. Why am I still so sick? Why can't I get rid of this issue or separate myself from this person? It's because you're hungry. And you have a chemical dependency on things that were manufactured in a lab made to look like food. Okay. Lord, I promise you. Okay. All right, recap. There's a grace on this house. There's a grace on this house. But the presence of the Lord has decided that he's going to honor his word in this place. He's going to send a word, he's going to honor it. And that he who has an ear, hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. The word that he sends is designed in an effort to heal you and to send you. To heal you and to send you so that you can be used as an instrument, not in this place, but well beyond. Yeah. So he's going to feed you well if you come hungry to eat. But if you're going through something, yo, come early. Come. Let's touch and agree about whatever it is. And let's wrestle until he blesses us. Oh, school. Tarry until it turns. Get in here and get that thing off of you so you are clear that God is here for you and he's willing. Then that gives us the opportunity to come in and worship. So then that way he can sow new seeds on ground that has been tilled and is open to receive it and not muddled with all of the stuff from your week. And he can give you new marching orders and bring forth a fresh harvest that the enemy can't do nothing with. But what that means is you have to be ready to receive those who will get what you got, who need it. So you got to be ready. If you got healed from sickness, sick people come. Because they sense it. Hey, weren't you just like me? Game recognizes, right? They can tell. This is the era where phonies can't make it no more.
Come on, man. Come
So
on,
if you
man.
say you're a Christian, you better be real.
What? Say that.
If you say you go to church, you better show it. If you say you know Jesus, there better be evidence. So whatever it is that he's done in your life, those who need that same thing done are going to be knocking on your door. When that happens, don't think that that's you. It's not you. That's an assignment. And should it develop into anything more than that, don't trust yourself. Bring it into the presence of God. Let the anointing sort it out. Don't you make a move until the Spirit says so. Because if you're not clear, it's going to be your flesh. I don't know about anybody else. I'm tired of making flesh decisions. So if you're honest with yourself, you'll give them to Jesus. And if they survive the presence, then we can start thinking something other than. I gotta say this. Some of us are just too suchy much. We too fast and think we too grown, and we get ahead of God. And then you trying to figure out why you in the mess you in. Because you thought you could discern. You can't discern you. Physician, heal thyself. No, you good for everybody else, but don't trust you for you.
You better say that. That's good.
You can prophesy, you can lay it on every, but you don't trust your own hands on yourself. Put them in a trusted environment. Put them in the hands of someone else who you know got the gifts. And allow them. Are you still with me?
Amen. Amen.
So I hope I didn't lose you in the process. You're going to have something on you that's going to draw people to you, that's going to be required of you to give to them because of what had happened to you. If that develops into anything more than an assignment, bring that person issue to the house so that it can be in the presence of God in order to sort it out so you don't trust yourself with it. Sacrifice it, offer it unto God. And if he hands it back to you, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Amen?
Amen. Yes, God.
They're walking by, man. And it's about to get really real.
Yeah.
It's about to get really real, which is awesome. But don't be distracted by it. Be excited because of it. We're growing. And if you're not telling them, the Holy Spirit is.
Amen. Come on. Come on.
You want to control who sits next to you, then you invite them.
Come on.
Amen.
Because he's calling them.
Come on, God.
Heads bowed and eyes shut. God, I love you. Father, I pray that what has transpired in this place over the last couple of moments has been in direct relationship to your word and your will. Father, it wasn't me. It wasn't what I planned. So I thank you for your presence. I pray what your Spirit has said and those who have ears to hear and receive what you've said, it bears fruit in an audacious way in order to confirm that it was you and it was nobody else. Those who are suffering, Lord God, I pray that you release them. Those who are hurting, I pray that you heal them. Those who came in praising, I pray you gave them something more to praise about. Thank you for loving us enough to challenge us to step out and just do what you want, even if it's foreign to us. I pray that this was complete in you. That we've left no work undone, no honest question in the hearts of anyone in here unanswered. I pray that the enemy fully and completely was muted and impotent in these moments. That nothing that was said or done was a form of show or distraction from what you desire in the hearts and the minds of your people. James chapter number 5, let it rest in our hearts that we might understand who we are and what it is that you desire of us. Give us eyes to see and ears to hear. We thank you in advance. We thank you for what you've done. For it's in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus. And we all said, amen. Can you put something on it for me, please? If it's the Lord's will, I'll preach what I plan today, next week. I believe the Lord is calling us to be uncomfortable.
Amen. Amen.
Because he's going to use us as a catalyst for change.
Amen.
But he can't change them if you're not willing to change yourself.
Amen.
So in every way, he's going to make you slightly uncomfortable in an effort to see if you trust him.
Come on. Come on, here. Yes, God.
I say this to you just as a form of transparency personally. I am a structured person when it comes to my presentation of the word. I like my notes. I wrestle over them because I don't want to leave any room for my flesh. The Lord and I wrestle a good little while around these words because I know how damaged I've been. And I don't ever want any of my defects affecting his work. So I discipline myself to allow my presentations to stay around a certain framework. So then that way, it was none of Allan. I say that because whenever we move into moments like this, and I ain't got note the first, it better be him.
Amen.
So I like the fact that he's challenging me to be uncomfortable in this way. Because I know a change is afoot.
Yes, sir.
And if I'm not willing to change,
Yeah.
then I do not have a right to declare change in you. But if the head is changing, if leadership is changing, then everything attached to it.
Yes. Yes, God.
So I'm not asking you to do nothing that he's not making me do. Amen?